only 4 minutes this time, Kyle, eh?
Yeah, only 4. Bastard, I think they pulled both those from YouTube. Nope, they didn't.
What are you trying to find?
Oh, something I listened to. I want to share with the group. Bastard, they pulled it. Well, I hope you guys watched that video of Sanguinius fighting Angron because they now pulled it from YouTube.
Well, that don't surprise me. Of course, Warhammer's gonna pull that out. GW.
All I can say is I hope chat can hear me say it is stay mad, World Eater fans. The real Angel kicked the shit out of the fake one. Seeth Cope. The Hawk Boy winneth.
Celestine has wings. Oh, she's a demon. Fucking Blood Angel Primarch has wings. Oh, he's an angel.
Well, he is called the Great Angel.
Fucking Korax turned into a fucking demon bird. Oh, he's still loyal.
Salt.
Be a tech priest on Mars. Enter the Noctis Labyrinth. Learn the truth. Tear out your implants while you still can.
Good times.
Is that where they learn about the dragon?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
That's the 75 sub follower episode.
Yeah, we're going to talk all about the Mechanicus' dark little secrets.
There are no dark secrets of the Mechanicus.
There are many dark secrets.
There are no dark secrets.
I gotta update the meme slider. There's a lot of memes I have to add to it.
Oh, the good old days.
I'm just still waiting for my goddamn food, and hopefully this time it doesn't get stolen.
Don't count at it.
That's something we're going to talk about here in a minute.
It happened again.
Well, I'm saying the people on stream will hear about this. Oh man, I'm ready to go to bed already.
Oh, suck it up, Buttercup. There's memes to throw into play.
I still can't wait for in 16 days though. The new update for Foxhole.
Oh, with the trains and Flammenwerfer?
Yes, I'm gonna burn the heretics.
Finally make your own logistical base.
Oh, you already know me and you are gonna kind of take that over, Kyle.
Something we've been wanting to do for a while.
And build our own tanks.
Yeah, we're gonna create a goddamn tank factory.
Hey, you know what we need to do, Alan?
Mm-hmm.
We need to add flamethrowers to the tank.
They already have flames on our tanks.
We need to add that it's not a secondary weapon, not the primary.
Is the only weapon. We'll make an immolator.
Burninate the countryside.
All right.
It is time. Yeah.
Oh.
It is time.
Welcome, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
After a long hiatus.
Yes, after vacation and the Theron going to sleep in his tomb world and losing power and internet connection for a week.
See, Kyle, you know what happened?
We are back.
It happened because You didn't pray to your goddamn machines enough.
No, the Void Dragon, for some reason, wasn't supplying the power to the Tomb World. He's a very bad god Pokemon. He has been
Are you
disciplined.
Now, I'm going to tell you what actually happened. A certain somebody decided to teleport in, be a fuckwit, and steal something and left. I'll let you guess who the fuckwit was.
But all right, I'll answer those of you who are on our Discord would know that a huge ass storm actually hit us and actually even landed a goddamn tornado in the middle of the road. Believe it or not.
Right by my house.
Yeah. So it kind of knocked out internet for a good chunk of Eastern Michigan.
Not only did I have no internet, I only had half the power of my house because a pine tree top decided to come off, land on my power lines, and break one of the lines. So I only had half power to my house. So
Just
that
one.
was fun. So I was going to do a stream when I came back that Monday. I'm like, oh, I can still stream. I'll have enough time. Nope. Storm. Everything's gone. Goodbye. I'm like, oh, go get power back. All right, let's do a surprise stream on this day. No internet. So it's like, well, just fuck me then. So here we're back now. So
Here we are.
let's get the small talk out the way. So how's everybody's week? It was 2 weeks since we've been on here. I think it was 2 weeks. So how's everything going?
FBI, open up!
Tell everybody. So how about you start?
Oh, you want me to start? Okay. So, today was a very fun day. We're going to start with today. Besides the whole power outage thing and everything, starting with today. So I called to get some prescriptions refilled, and the doctor goes, well, that's not right. You shouldn't run out of those so fast. Why don't you come on in? We'll see what's up. And I go in to the doctor's office, do a quick appointment, like no appointment, just come on in. I said, all right, come on in. And there's a problem when the doctor runs a test on you and then looks at you and goes, wow, I'm surprised you're not dead. Oh, well,
Whoa,
thank
hi.
you. That's something I really want to hear. That's great. That's absolutely great news. I guess just my breathing issues and everything has gotten so bad that my doctor can't believe my lungs work. So, they're putting me on a bunch of extra medicine, a bunch of extra bullshit. So this is the whole reason why I can talk without just going into big coughing fits right now.
We have played the games a couple of times. And both me and Bob were like, "Are you all right there, guy?"
There's been some times where I've had to mute the mic and just be gone for a minute because I'm just coughing nonstop. And it's just, I got such bad allergies that cause such a bad asthma that it's just all bad. So I literally spent like 2 hours at the doctor's doing all types of tests, fucking blood work, all types of goddamn shit, just to get my stuff somewhat going. And they put me on so much medicine. I put my prescriptions in the pharmacy 2 hours ago, and they're still not ready. So,
A lot of medicine.
that has been just my day. Besides the whole week of no power, no this, no that, and I picked up the banjo.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah, you're learning the band.
Well, don't be shy. Play us something.
It's all the way over there. I'm good.
Don't be a coward.
Let the man who can barely breathe sit.
I'll tell you what. When I can finally play the most basic banjo song, I will open up one of the streams with me plucking at the banjo. Everyone will love it. We'll get so many followers. We're going to lose everybody. But anyways, it'll be great. Alan, let you go ahead and take over while I switch screens.
Oh god. So this actually like a week ago, everything was going all right. Everything's going good. I actually did my very first big purchase, and I bought a new bed. It's not my bed. It's at my girlfriend's, Mrs. Magos. Because I've actually been spending almost more time at her place than my own place, believe it or not. So that's like, fuck it, we're going to get a nice bed. Then, the day the bed comes, and I had spent 7 hours cleaning their house, just trying to get everything in there. That was fun. Then the bed was also delayed 2 hours. and then so that's even more fun. So and also we weren't just delivering a bed. It was 2 beds and a couch. By the way, I forgot to mention that part. Because her mom also got a couch and a new bed. So we had to throw the old bed out. Her mom also thought it was a good idea too. Oh, why don't we take one of the the part of the bed and put it in the dog's room? The bed was this couch part was so fucking huge we couldn't even get it in there. So I had to spend like an hour trying to find some way to tear it apart for her. And in the end she's like, "Oh, you know what? Never mind. Just throw it out." After an hour of trying to take it apart. So I angrily yeeted it out the fucking door. It's like, fuck it, fine. And then Ashley was like, "Oh, by the way, I bought a new bed frame." That was an IKEA, an IKEA bed set. That there isn't even any written instructions. It's literally just pictures of put this to this. The problem is there's 14 different parts of this, so which one am I supposed to put? Because they didn't number them. Also, we forgot to do that, by the way, too.
Yeah, I was saying, did you ever get that put together? Because now that you talk about your bed, I'm like, ooh, I was supposed to help him with that.
Yeah, you're supposed to help me with that. So, no, we never put it together. It's still in fucking pieces. And that was just one day. Also, 2 days ago, my glasses broke. Yeah, currently, like, one of the nose pieces busted off. I woke up, put it on, I'm like, huh, why is my nose hurting? Take it off, and I see one of the nose pads is missing. Like, the entire thing is gone.
What the hell did you do in your sleep to knock your nose pad off your glasses?
I don't know. It's nowhere even near me in my sleep. So, the only reason I'm actually wearing it is because I put, like, electrical tape, I cut it in half, and I'm putting it there so that way it doesn't cut into my fucking nose. Oh, and 2 days, and another thing that seems like day, too, my DoorDasher stole my food. Yeah. I was all three of us were playing video games at the time. I'm like, oh, I just got off work, I'm hungry, there's no food here. Ah, fuck it, I'm gonna order something. Well, actually, Ashley ordered me something. First time. So, she was nice enough that she ordered me 5 Guys. She's like, hey, babe, did you get the food? Like, no. Look out there. She's like, oh, it's ordered. Look out. Nothing there. Look on the other side. Nothing there. On the other side of the house. I'm like, okay, where the fuck is it? Then she looked up on the thing, and the driver was going the opposite direction of my house, and instead they delivered the food. Yeah. Last week has not been fun. Bob.
Your turn, Bob. Share with the class.
Your turn, Bob.
I got shot.
Wait, what?
No, I actually had a pretty decent week.
You had a decent week this time, huh? Bob, you lose.
No major complaints. I had one lady try to return food that she'd basically already eaten and got pissy with me when I said, no, I will not refund your eaten food. Fuck off!
That doesn't surprise me.
So, yep, Alan had a bad week. I shouldn't be alive right now. And Bob actually had a decent week this time, so hey.
Oh, there's one thing I forgot to say. Good news is, I'm on medication again for my blood pressure. That is hypertension 3 crisis. And I also scared the fuck out of my doctor, too.
So everything you're kind of going with right now, I imagine that might be something you want to do. It's beyond your fucking blood pressure medication.
Yeah, because when I went in there, my blood pressure was like 250 over 100. I have no idea how bad that is. Actually, let me go on Google really quick.
I know you have the bad blood pressure, so.
Motherfucker.
What, is that bad?
It's not good.
Is that why the doctor did a double take when he looked at my blood pressure?
See, what's the normal?
Yes, welcome to the Art of Lore Show, the new medical podcast.
We're all not dead.
Stream.
Your normal blood pressure should be 120 over 80.
Yeah, so I pretty much almost doubled it. So yeah, apparently for now on we need to wonder how the brothers are still alive.
Between my lungs and your high blood pressure, we should make at least one normal person together, I suppose.
Anyways, Bob, how about we just talk about? We just spent like 15 minutes talking about how we're not fucking dead.
Yeah, what's the subject for today, Bob?
We have for you guys. We can either finish up talking about the Blood Angels and what their current shenanigans are up to, or we can move right into the next Legion.
Well, I remember last time you want to talk about Dante, so let's talk about him.
So we'll move on to the Angels.
Oh, we already talked about the Blood Angels. I think all we had to do was talk about Dante himself.
That is a very, very long shtick, I tell you what.
this take. Oh,
Well, I don't work tomorrow, so.
So, Sanguinius passes away. The legions are broken into chapters, and the blood of Sanguinius, or simply the sons of Sanguinius, refer to themselves as the Blood. And many a time has the chapter come to the edge of annihilation. Mostly because they have a big fuck off demon pissy that he didn't get his cornflakes.
Didn't get his milk for the cornflakes?
Well, let's put it this way. Cabanda, to get the favor of corn again, had to kill 500 Blood Angels in the sight of Sanguinius.
In the sight
Nice.
of Sanguinius.
Yeah, in front of Sanguinius, he had to achieve this.
Who is dead?
This is like when he was dead.
Exactly. Guess who could never reclaim the favor of corn now?
Because that would make him a very angry boy.
He tried to do it on Terra, and well... Can you guess how that ended for the poor stupid bastard?
He dead, Jim. Or not materialized anymore, Jim.
Yeah, didn't he get like get absolutely wrecked by fucking Sanguinius?
Let's just put it this way, the fight couldn't even be considered a fight. It was more of a warm-up round for Angron.
For Angron?
Yes, because right after that, he fought Angron.
Oh.
Ibanda couldn't even be considered the main course in the fight. He was the warm-up round.
Well, alright then. That might have made him even more angry.
Which, all I can say is, stay mad, corn boys. Stay angry. Chris, I know you're listening. Seethe.
You're only mad because Chris actually took your clinic.
He took my clinic, yes.
He
But
took the med bay.
But he did delay me from running into Necrons, so...
Yeah, so you don't have to fight the Necrons now.
Man, Seethe, cope.
Those of you who don't know, we were playing a kill team in narrative, and Kyle decided to be a dickhead and put in the center of the map Necrons.
Yes. They woke up a Tomb World. What do you expect? There's
Well,
Necrons on a Tomb World.
He put that in the middle of a goddamn cathedral. So my poor rejects went, ooh, maybe there's bolter bitches. We got lagged behind because of demons, and the clown boys ran into Terminators.
They are back.
Fuck you.
Well, you guys ran for the biggest building in the city, and it happens to be where the Necrons are sitting.
I was just curious. You left that completely blank. I was like, what? There has to be something in there.
And there was. You
All
are
I'm
absolutely right, sir.
All I'm picturing is my poor Tempestus crack the door, go, any hot chicks in here? And that's a Terminator. We are leaving. But there are no bolter bitches. We can't stick our dicks in it. We are leaving.
See, the way I see it is they opened the doors, and inside they see a bunch of fucking Harlequins being murdered by Necrons, and he just slowly closed the doors again.
So this coming Saturday, we shall see if the level 1 Harlequins can stop the end game Necrons right off the bat.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make it this week, sadly. So my poor Tempesters are just going to be fucking off.
They're going to be sitting in their rooms, just rocking in place, going, "Emperor, help!"
Yeah, we've seen some shit.
All right, so another dollar in a container jar.
Oh, yeah.
What else to do?
So, the Blood Angels. They let's just put it this way, gentlemen. Of all the first founding chapters, none are spoken so highly than the Blood Angels. Because, well, and mostly in recent history, this is due to their oldest reigning chapter master. And I'll give a wonderful quote. Well, and I'll find it and I'll send it in the group chat.
You can send the quote in chat?
Oh yeah, I'll put it in there.
Okay.
But first, I will speak it aloud. For where the hell is it? It was a very great statement. While the people, or while warriors of the Emperor look to Grimnar to deliver them from the greatest of foes, while Imperial generals look to Calgar to lead them to glory, when all hope is lost, the people look for Dante, the Archangel, the blood of Sanguinius, to save them. None are more spoken highly of, no greater foe feared, for he is the last of the archangels, the death that soars, who wears a mask, weeping tears of frozen gold.
So this is your boy.
Oh, this is Lord fucking Commander Dante, the Lord of the angelic blood. Literally, or as I like to call it, the only motherfucker who will basically say to everything, who can call every other asshole in the Imperium, go, listen, Sonny. Even Bjorn the Fell-Handed respects Dante. AKA Grandpa Dreadnought goes, okay, you might know a thing or two.
Isn't also he one of the few one of the few Space Marines? Like, isn't he like 1,000 years old or something?
Well, we'll get to that bit. When Dante was not a remarkable recruit to the chapter. He was, I dare say, he was meh.
He was meh.
He was not the fastest, was not the strongest. He was not the wisest leader, but he had heart.
He did not have the Fabio of hair.
He did not. In fact, he came from the Salt clans and was very close. Was ridden with skin cancers. His radiation sucks dick.
Oh yeah, we talked about it last time. They literally bring him sick people and give him the stuff.
The ball is a shithole.
Why hasn't it been nuked yet?
Why do you think it's the way it was?
Fair point.
The moons of Ball Primus and Secundus, or Ballin and Balfora, as the people call them. Basically, during the Dark Age of technology, kind of got into what belongs to who. And decided to end the argument with atomics.
Oh, Krieg.
Yeah, basically. Except there were no hive cities to hide in.
You just gonna take it like a man.
Yeah, basically take it on the chin, guys. And funny enough, his name is not originally Dante. For in the Salt Wastes, they basically have what known as true names and angel names. Dante's true name is Lewis. I know that sounds anticlimactic.
Lewis.
Lewis. Really?
Louis!
I have a feeling if I say it to his face, I'm gonna get punched.
He might just look at you funny and go, how the fuck do you know I'm called that? Everybody's... Because Dante isn't 1,000 years old. He is 1,735 years old. And he has led the chapter for 1,500 of them years.
How the fuck did you not fall to the Black Rage yet?
Because Dante has done something very interesting. When he was suffice to say, when he undertook he passed all the trials, the trial of war, the trial of leadership, and he had one very special final test given to the poor aspirant, known simply as the Trial of Horus.
The what?
The Trial of Horus.
Uh-oh.
He was pitted against a fellow aspirant and told there was only one seat on the Thunderhawk to ascend to angelhood. He would either kill his fellow aspirant and ascend, or he would die. And so the fight begun. And Lewis at this time, the aspirant he was put up against was basically very close to him. It basically become his brother. I believe his name was... Fuck, I can't remember off the top of my head. I do not have it written down here. But basically, Lewis got him to the position where he broke his elbow, cracked his ribs, and had the chance to kill him outright. And he refused to kill him. I believe his exact quote was, "I will not spill the blood of my brother for cruel masters."
Wait, Lewis did that to him, or he did to Lewis?
Lewis did that to the other aspirant.
Ah.
And only to have the trial revealed that it was basically a trick quest. A trick question. If he had killed the aspirant, he would have spent the rest of his days as a thrall at the place of choosing, reflecting on his choice. If he had failed, he would have simply died. And the other aspirant could not have passed.
So the only way to pass was for both of them to be like, nah, I ain't gonna do it.
No, the other aspirant was not going to pass no matter what, because he basically sought out the Blood Angels not for service, but to be spared, to save his own hide.
Oh.
Thus, he was taken to Ball itself. But funny enough, he would never even made it to the place of trial if it had not been for the Sanguinor.
Who?
The Sanguinor. A very, very contentious being in the chapter. For, let's just put it this way. Some rumors, I'll set the picture in the chat. It is in meme time.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug indeed.
No one should be surprised by now. How many times have we shameless plug? He looks like a dick.
Well, he really isn't. The Sanguinor is basically known as the Herald of Sanguinius. He only appears when the Blood Angels need him most. And Lewis, on his way to Angel's Fall, was dying in the desert of dehydration. And he passed out, only to wake up and see the Sanguinor pointing to another dead aspirant who had long, maybe hundreds of years old.
Nightbot, you fail me.
But what he possessed was greater: water. Thus, he was spared from the desert and made it there. You'll see very much with Dante and the chapter. Dante has had more personal sightings of the Sanguinor than any other brother of the chapter. And it only keeps happening. And when I tell you the Sanguinor isn't a pushover, you know how I was just discussing how Cabanda wasn't even the main course of the fight?
Yes.
Yeah, Sanguinor gives him the same disrespect.
Huh.
So it's not a regular Space Marine. In fact, the Sanguinor has almost killed Abaddon.
Sanguinor, huh.
Which happened during the siege of Cadia, or the fall of Cadia. Which all I can imagine is Abaddon's scared ass face seeing that thing, and then the pylons kicked on, and he disappeared. So once again, Mechanicus and Necrons fucking up everything for everybody. Thanks, guys.
Welcome.
But anyway, When Dante finally underwent the final test, drank of the blood of Sanguinius and entered the year-long coma, most aspirants either fully pass out or they go full nut job in it and just start screaming and tearing at shit. Dante did neither. Dante never fully rose to consciousness or into unconsciousness. And he starts yelling out the names of demons and other creatures that had long been slain.
Just cause?
Just that his trial or his time in the sarcophagus was more testing upon Dante than any other. And I tell you what, to quote the chaplain, we either believed it was a quick fall to the Black Rage, or a sign of great import. We knew not which, but we will watch you closely, Louis Dante.
See, that's also how he got his name.
Oh, Dante's his last name. Oh.
Dante is his angel name. In the tribes of the Salt Waste, the angel's name is supposed to be spoken only by family. Kind of think of it as almost like if you've studied Rome, they had 3 names. Your first name was spoken by close friends and family. Your last name by acquaintances, or by everybody else, and your third name by your friends, which is your nickname. Okay. I'll give you a perfect example. Julius Caesar. That is not his name. Gaius Julius Caesar. Caesar was his nickname. Julius is his family's name. Gaius, his personal name. But Dante eventually, bit by bit, rose through the ranks till he became a full battle brother of the chapter, a tactical marine, fighting in a hive against, I do believe it was the group called, where was it? God damn it. The Plague Sworn. Basically, Plague Sworn.
Nurgling.
Yeah, Nurgle Plague Marines. And Dante was trying to help his wounded brother to extract, who was swiftly falling to the rage. To the point where, and mind you, the Blood Angels try to keep the secret of the red thirst and the black and the red away from everybody in the Imperium.
You mean they didn't want them to know they're vampires?
Yes, because the Inquisition is trigger happy.
Inquisition tried to take out a first chapter before, and look at what happened to them.
They tried it multiple times.
Let's go fuck with the furries. Yeah, well, the furries fuck hard. They found that out.
They tried it with the Aldrings too. They accused Chief Librarian Tigurius of being a warp-spawned abomination and demanded that the chapter submit, and I quote, now just here, let me pull up the list. They would give up all rights to Ultramar. It would be put under as an inquisitorial fiefdom, and the chapter would go under a 1,000-year penitence crusade. You want to know how Calgar replied?
Fuck you.
Okay, trial by combat. You will face the knight champion of Macragge, Cato fucking Sicarius.
I'm Cato Sicarius.
Well, to be fair, Cato is a fucking nightmare with a blade. That he took on a Cybernetica gladiator, something that Mechanicus designs to kill Space Marines, and he basically danced around it, cut it, punched it, beat it into unconsciousness. He toyed with it.
So he's pretty much the loyalist version of Lucius.
Yeah, Cato Sicarius is a bloody master with a sword.
Those of you who don't know, Lucius was a former Emperor's Children, well, still Emperor's Children, who was known as to be the best duelist in all the Astartes.
He still got his ass kicked by Loken. Suffer.
Well, I don't root for him.
Seath and Coop, Emperor's Children fans. Your boy got punched in the teeth. Suffer.
Loken Grimnar, right?
Suffer.
Loken.
Loken.
Loken. He basically, when Lucius was dueling him, he goes, "Okay, you want me to fight like a
Oh,
Luna Wolf?" He goes,
now I
"Sure."
remember that.
He basically just straight punched him.
Yeah, they're like, oh, let's duel. Lucius over there and all warming up, getting all some ready. All of a sudden, Loken just, before the king even goes, just turns around and fucking decks him in the face and knocks him out.
That's how a Luna Wolf fights. But anyway, enough about the 16th. We'll get to them in 6 more episodes. And more time about the greatest fucking space marine out there. And his shenanigans. Basically, as they're trying to escape the hive crust, and so they can extract the wounded brother, they're attacked by plague marines. And Dante loses control. The thirst is the great weapon in the arms of the Blood Angels. It could allow one marine to slay a dozen. Dante did not manage to wring his control in, so he fed upon those people who had tried to help them escape. It only ended when the Sanguinor appeared and decked him.
So Sanguinor had to give him a knockout punch.
Yeah, knocked him cold, cocked him. When he awoke, his captain was there, and only one of the mortals survived. Dante was led away, and he heard the discharge of a bolt gun. For none must know of the curse of the Blood Angels. But Dante took command of the chapter. Well, I'll obviate with that. Dante swore an oath that day he would not drink blood from a living host so long as he lived. And he didn't.
So he doesn't drink living people blood.
He only drinks blood during ceremonies of the chapter, where tradition demands it. And the quote Dante, it's hellish on the poor boy. He does not drink vitae. But when Dante took command of the chapter, it was probably during one of its darkest fucking moments. Or they were basically ambushed by Black Legionnaires. The whole chapter was. And by the end of the conflict, Dante had managed to lead basically Blood Angel assault teams and scuttling, I think it was 7 or 8 capital class ships of the Black Legion. And by the end of it, there were no captains. All of them were dead, except Dante. The chapter entered the fight with right around full chapter strength at 1,000 Marines. By the end, there were only 200. So the last of the Council of Blood and Bone, the chapter's sanguinary priests and chaplains came together and anointed Dante as chapter master. And they believed this was basically the dark times for the Blood Angels. The truth of the matter became very quickly that this was basically Dante pulling a Sanguinus and going, "I'm just getting warmed up." And Dante has proceeded to lead them to the greatest of their glories since the time of the Great Crusade. Wherever the situation seems hopeless, Dante and the Blood Angels have appeared. To the point where Dante is basically by several groups. Shit, there are several cults of Dante, for fuck's sakes. They believe him to be an imperial saint. To the point where when working besides the Sisters of Battle, they referred to him not as a space marine or a chapter master. They referred to him as the brightest son of the great angel.
I think he's a son of
the brightest son of the great angel.
Oh.
They referred to Dante basically as the second coming of Sanguinius.
Ah.
To the point where when a chaos corrupted brother of the chapter who by Zinch, mind you, was tricked into thinking he was the reborn of Sanguinis, he demanded that Dante come bend the knee to him. Can you guess what the immediate reply was? Let me grab my axe. And everybody else went, Dante, nope, Dante, Dante, that's not a good idea. I know it's blasphemy, but Dante, calm down, Dante. We took the chief librarian to basically go, I'll go in your stead, my lord. We want to see if there's a chance that this is just somebody being a dumbass. And the only reason why this upstart's claim was believed over Dante's, because he possessed the spear of Telestro, Sanguinis' spear. And funny times have happened. It quickly devolved into, no, you're not the great angel reborn. Shut the fuck up, kid. And heretics were murdered. But enough about other things. It's time we step into the 1500 years of Dante. With one of the most important events, Armageddon. Which was a very fun time, gentlemen. Because over the course of 2 standard months, a fat dumbass had almost led an entirely militarized hive world to annihilation.
What?
Have you never heard of the tale of the War for Armageddon?
I know several wars for Armageddon.
Well, isn't Armageddon where Yarrick comes from?
Yeah, Commissar Yarrick.
Commissar Yarrick, and like fighting the orcs and.
Yep, but have you ever heard the cause of it? Why the world became in such a shit position so quickly during the first Orc-Eyed War?
No, I don't think so. I don't really know much of the history about like the start and everything. I just know that Yarrick got his origins from there. Because wasn't it like the, oh god, what's the division called of the?
Armageddon Orc Hunters.
I forget.
Armageddon Steel Legion.
The Steel Legion. That's what it was. Armageddon Steel Legion. That was the Guardsman Regiment.
Yep. Well, let's just put it this way. Somehow, its Supreme Commander, the fat-ass Overlord Hermann von Straub, had somehow managed to take that entire world, mind you, a world that probably had several dozen regiments of Armageddon Steel Legion on it. You know, the only regiments in the Imperium that are allowed to get away with combined arms tactics.
The only other people who are allowed to do that is also the
Acadians.
Kriegsmen.
Well, no, not even Kriegs. They got to divide the regiments up.
No, the Krieg is allowed to because in their entire history, not one Krieg regiment has fallen to chaos. So that's why they're given the pass.
They're allowed to combine their regiments. When I tell you the Steel Legion are one of the few regiments that are allowed to basically have all the shit in one regiment.
Also, don't they also kind of fib by calling, instead of being an artillery regiment, it's a mobile artillery regiment?
Yeah,
it's a mobile battery regiment.
It's a mechanized infantry regiment with artillery support.
Yes, they sort of bend the truth a little bit.
It's a mechanized infantry regiment with tanks.
And the Minister was pretty much like, you know what? It works.
It works. You work. I don't give a shit.
Go do your job.
We're not going to into it.
But somehow, this entire world in the span of a month had almost completely fallen to an orc invasion. To the point where its hive cities were surrounded and were on the edge of destruction. And just picture this. You're outside a hive named Acheron. The orcs have surrounded the entire place. There are millions of the motherfuckers. You, me, and Alan, all sitting in a trench. We know we're fucked. We know we're out of ammo. We know help isn't coming. We are up Shit's Creek without the paddle. And boy, let me tell you, there is a hole in the boat. And then it happens. The orcs charge. Some of us fire. Some of us just stare off like, well, this is it. We bought the farm.
Don't you remember the manual? We could easily stop a sluggish orc swing's axe with our hand, and then come up with the other arm and
None of
stab
us-
him in the neck.
We've all survived the doubtless bullshit that's already happened on this world. None of us believe that bullshit no more. We're just staring at, well, fuck. Well, here it comes, boys. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. And then we see it. One. Maybe two. Is that a third one? It's just fucking meteors or fucking debris from what used to be the defense fleet. After the fucking idiot let out a fucking... I can't even say it because it so pisses me off that this stupid bastard got it let it get it there. A fucking Space Hulk enter orbit of the planet. And we're fucked. It's just the remains. And then we see it's not 3. Is that a 6th one? That makes 20. What the fuck is that? That one's a different color. Why is that one blue? Why is that one green? Why the fuck are all those ones red?
Why do we see every color except for purple?
The Blood Angels performed a masterwork deep strike operation. First came down Deathwind drop pods, which imagine the main guns of an A-10 Warthog, guys, strapped to all 4 sides of this drop pod. So when the doors open, it just empties the magazines.
It goes burp.
It just goes burr for as long as it has ammo. They expended thousands of rounds of ammunition. And then we see more giant blocks, which resolve themselves out to the bulky shape of fucking Thunderhawk gunships, dumping their ammunition and performing controlled crash landings, discouraging their even more devastating, even more dangerous than the fucking Deathwinds, dangerous cargo of Blood Angel assault squads. And out of the first true drop pod that hit the ground, we see a Golden Warrior. Leading his personal sanguinary guard, Lord Commander Dante steps out, and you see the face of the Primarch Sanguinius. And boy, is it pissed!
So instead of being a crying one, he replaced his mask with one of "I'm gonna fuck you up" face.
No, it always looks angry. The death mask of Sanguinius always looks angry.
Okay, never mind.
Here, I will send you a picture of the death mask of Sanguinius. Boy, do I tell you, he looks angry. It is not a happy face. It is an angry face. It is an outraged face.
Well, if you post it, we can take a look at it.
I will, and I'm doing it right now. It is the audacity of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, it does look kind of angry, yeah.
And mind you, the helmet produces a terror field. AKA, anything around it feels fear.
Well, I mean, you're literally looking at the face of a dead Primarch, so...
So, choppity chop. And Dante, basically after the whole city is saved of Acheron, immediately shoots north to relieve Hades. And then has to stop. Because the idiot Overlord has done something stupid again. To defend Tartarus Hive, he has unleashed a weapon that should never have been unleashed. Alan, can you guess what the weapon is?
See, can I guess what the weapon is? I believe the weapon is, the Royal Eaters.
A Life Eater virus.
Oh. Oh.
Yes. The moron attempted to unleash an Exterminatus class weapons to deal with a besieging army.
Why?
Because he's an idiot!
Definitely sounds like it.
Do you think you can, like, use a controlled burst of it?
No, he tried to launch them all.
So he was trying to kill everything.
He thought he could use it to break the siege, yes.
But it's not gonna break the siege. It's gonna just kill it will break the siege by killing everything.
Yes, but luckily, because the weapons were so poorly maintained, and no maintenance had been done, most of the weapons never left the launch silos. And the few weapons that did, the virus had lost a lot of its potency.
So instead of killing the whole planet, it just killed a few thousand people.
I killed probably more close to a few million orcs. And then the wind shifted.
And it went to the city, didn't it?
Yep.
And it killed the city.
It killed thousands on the Imperial side, yes. So Dante had to literally drag all of his Blood Angels back into orbit, plan out another deep strike operation, get that shit underway, and get over there. In the span of, I want to say he did it within 3 days.
Did one of those days involve him going in there and killing the commander?
Governor? No. Dante did put him on house arrest. And
Great! So you put him in his opulent mansion to eat 19-course meals.
Yes, because he is a fat bastard. But here's the best part. He tried to denounce the Space Marines. And saying he had it well and truly under control. And that their intrusion was a crime. You want to know what Dante's response was?
Oh, fuck yourself?
He put out an arrest warrant for the governor, charging him with, and I quote, here, I gotta get this list up because this is a fucking big list.
All of the merits.
Oh, it's a big list of fuck-ups. Herman von Slaab. There it is. Where is the list? I had it here written down somewhere, going through shit. When I tell you it is a big goddamn list of stupidity, it is a big list of stupidity.
Please tell me one of them involve gross misuse of body odor.
No, but it was a God damn it. Well, I know what it is off the top of my head, at least somewhat. It was... God damn it. Thought I had it written down somewhere. That actually makes me upsetty. Oh well, it was something like not 6 billion charges of grievous murder, 10,000 charges of dereliction of duty, 1 million charges of impersonating an imperial officer.
1,000,000?
Yes. 10,500. Oh, here it is. I found it.
Oh, well, I think I found it too.
He's wanted for... Oh, Jesus, that cannot be it. Hang on, I gotta see this shit. It was... There he is. 42,339 charges of intent... indifference to violence.
Indifference to violence.
All right, that's 3 billion charges of grievous murder. That is 22,993 charges of incompetent or of impersonation and forgery. 221 charges of unholy insubordination. 2,238 violations of imperial decree. 99 counts of evasion of duty. 39,492 cases of larceny. Jesus fuck, hang on, I gotta get that number. That is 283,322,492 charges of heresy. 3,994 counts of unlicensed invasion.
Unlicensed invasion?
Yes. it is a crime in Imperium, suffer 1,122,992 counts of dereliction of duty. Fuck. And my favorite one, 2 counts of improper dress.
Wow.
Did that throw you off there, boy?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Straub then fled, while Dante was too busy trying to deal with saving the world.
Of course he did.
And through the efforts of Calgar, Dante, and Toussaint, the world had been saved. And then came the other major event of the Blood Ages while under Dante's control. And probably the one we all know about. The Leviathan.
I'll say Commissar Yark.
Well, he met Yark, said good job, and had to leave.
Man.
Dante's an old man. He doesn't have time for pleasantries.
You're old.
That's rich coming from the old... Fuck you. Anyway, then came the issue of the Tyranid invasion. They were gunning for the Blood Angels. Basically, they invaded the Red Scar, a piece of space that, suffice to say, was not very good for the Tyranids. However, it was on the direct path of the Blood Angels. And then the Blood Angels to defend this place took 500 of their own warriors, assisted by 200 of the Flesh Terrors under their chapter master, Gabriel Seth, and began an operation to try to save the Red Scar. It was not exactly successful. They managed to get 6 million people away out of the system. And then the star went supernova. Can you guess why, Kyle?
It went supernova?
It went supernova.
We're gonna assume somebody did that.
Oh yes, a certain somebody who also was wearing a death mask of Sanguinius. A king who never speaks.
We used our little star snuffer.
Well, to be fair, Dante was given a personal audience with Sadek, the Silent King, who greeted the Blood Angels with wearing a death mask of Sanguinius, claiming that he once knew Sanguinius and admired him.
That sounds like bullshit.
It's what he said to Dante.
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do to make somebody, feel better about themselves, I suppose.
What shocked me is he even put in the effort to bullshit, if it was bullshit. Because when you have an entire Necron army and there's literally 1,000 Marines, so they decided to work together to deal with it. Mind you, Dante went in there with a plan, as was revealed after his meeting, when he took off the biometric sensor that, if he had been killed, would have detonated a vortex weapon right in the middle of their camp.
Yeah, it's fine.
But basically, they managed to only save 6 million of maybe of a system of, I want to say, 5 trillion.
Well, damn.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you decide to say, fuck it, we're going to wipe out a good chunk of Leviathan by just making the star go, fuck this, I'm out. Then came the call. They decided to basically draw Leviathan to ball. That's where they would make their stand. That's where we'll make them fight. And Dante called all of the chapters of the blood to aid. And all but one answered. Because they could not answer. The poor lamenters.
Oh.
They were only 192 strong. If they assisted, they could not continue their other duties. So, when Dante called the chapters, he was expecting, we can maybe have, I think it was a total of, they estimated 3,000 to 5,000 Marines to protect Ball. We'll be able to deal with that. Guess how many actually showed up to the Great Council of the Chapters of the Blood?
All of them.
All of them.
What the Lamenters?
All but the Lamenters.
Who were dead?
Well, not dead, but they were beneath combat effective strength. A grand total of 48, or I believe it was either 38 or 48,000 Space Marines had gathered in one place. Numbers like that have not been seen since the legions of old. And it took almost all of them to stop the Leviathan. Because as much as I know the comments will come, well, the Ultramarines stopped them with one chapter. How the hell they do that? They also had the entire industrial fucking power of Ultramar. Millions of fucking auxiliary troops who are commonly conscripted into veteran Imperial Guard regiments. Dante only had Space Marines. And he had to defend 3 worlds. To the point where it became such a desperate fight that by the end of it, the Tyranids had taken over most of the Arx Angelicum, which is the chapter's fortress monastery, and all that was left was the chapel. All of the brothers had marked their armors in black, and pronounced themselves Death Company. And they strode out. Dante fought a fucking Swarm Lord in hand-to-hand combat, and killed it.
Because yes.
Yes, Grandpa Daddy didn't raise no bitch. And he killed it, blasted its head off, and as he's laid dying in the sands, he saw the Sanguinor beckoning him to paradise. And he basically said, finally, I've earned my rest, I can die. And he saw Daddy. He saw the Hawk Boy. And Sanguinius told him, my son, my greatest son, you have earned your rest 1,000 times. I would give you anything, and name it and it shall be yours. Dante's reply was, yes, I wish to rest. I am sorry, my son, but I cannot do that. Live, my son. And he fucking resurrected the only motherfucker who wants to die. Back to life. Dante wakes up. His first reaction to seeing the medics around, the apothecaries around him, trying to stitch his fucking cut open body back together, was to throw a haymaker. Dante woke up and chose violence.
How dare you!
No, please let me die!
He was mad.
And everybody was just going, you're alive! We've been given a secret miracle! You must see it, my lord! And they start dragging his ass towards this big-ass military camp, and Dante's basically thinking in his head, this better be fucking important. And he gets there, and he sees Adeptus Custodians going, what in the fuck are they doing here? And he's brought before a throne. There sits a Primarch, Rabute Gilliman. And Dante kneels, thinking he's finally lost his fucking marbles. This cannot be true. Are you really here? You know what Gilman's reply is? Set aside the sword of the Emperor. And he tells Dante to get up. I will not accept shows of humility from one such as you. Get up, Dante. And he bodily hauls the Space Marine. Mind you, he's probably a child size to a Primarch. Picks him up by the shoulder guards and sets him on his feet. And he goes, I will ask you never to kneel to me again. I will make it a command if I have to. But of course, if you are tired, you may sit. With a fucking joke to a man on death's door. You wonder how Dante reacted?
Took a seat.
He passed the fuck out. After waking up and the free formation of the Blood Angels, their losses recovered by the chapters of the Blood, by the unnumbered son of Sanguinius, he was named Lord Warden of Imperium Nihilus. He answers to exactly one person. Well, two. The Primarch
And the Emperor.
and the Emperor.
How did I know?
Because there's only one person Gilliman answers to. And the best part about this was nobody had a better idea. Oh, I should be Lord Warden. No, I should be. Nobody said that shit. Not even fucking Asriel had the stupidity to think, oh yeah, I should be the protector of Imperium Nihilus. Yes, we all know the famous saying, guys. Beware of the old man in the profession where men die young.
And also, there's another saying.
Mhm.
Those who seek power are those who should not wield it.
Exactly. And Dante has done very well for himself since then. He has basically became an imperial saint. And it's even hinted at, according to certain people, that when all else hopes, the only reason why Dante fights along is because of a prophecy from the Scrolls of Sanguinius that believe in the Emperor's greatest time of need, a warrior of the chapter in golden armor will stand and give his life in protection of the Emperor. And Dante believes that is him.
Prophecy.
Very big with the Blood Angels, judging that the Primarch needs to be able to see into the future.
Yeah, I can see that.
And unlike other chapters where you think, oh, the chapter master wields a sword or a goddamn power sword or wields a goddamn power fist and that, Dante just carries around a fucking axe and a melta pistol.
Huh.
The axe mortalis, as it's called, it was forged right after the Horus Heresy, and let's just put it this way. There has yet to be a piece of armor that the Axe Mortaris has not managed to cut through. Dante has cut his way into enemy titans with it. He has slain tanks with it.
Jesus.
AKA Dante went, hey Dad, remember when you used to kill titans on Terra? Watch this 30. And the petition pistol, aka a fucking melta pistol.
I want one.
Those would be nice. Their knowledge has been lost long ago to the Adeptus Mechanicus, though.
Oh, of course.
Bastards. On top of that, Dante wears the death mask of Sanguinius, which we've all seen the pictures of. The terror field emanating from that mask is enough to actually even scare demons.
Better run, Chris.
Run, motherfucker, run, motherfucker, run. It's not even a joke. Dante faced down, I think it was Scarsticks, the Prince of Damnation, Slaaneshi demon, and when the death mask ward, the demon flinched.
Shit.
Kabanda. He has slain, you name it, Dante's probably killed it. The common saying is there is no other man who has visited as many worlds of the Imperium and has slain as many of its foes than Dante. To the point, as I like to say, Dante has had the choice to nom on everything that possibly could be nommed on, and still hasn't chose to. And on tabletop, Dante's model used to have an ability that would basically triple his damage if he rolled a 6.
Triple his fucking damage.
So let's put it this way: Dante could, if he got lucky enough with the Axe Mortalis, his weapon would count as a destroyer weapon. You know what those are, Alan?
Doesn't it like kill him with something in one shot?
3d6 wounds.
Okay.
Suffice to say, the Emperor's sword before the new edition was a destroyer weapon. So when I tell you it could fuck up something, it could fuck up something.
Sounds like it.
But Dante's greatest strength is not his weapons, not his legion or his chapters. It is his legend. For people legitimately believe the fucking hype, and Dante does not discredit the hype. For entire regiments will fight to the fucking last second if they hear the words, "The Blood Angel, Lord Commander Dante demands you hold your ground. Salvation is coming." And they will fucking hold. With grins on their faces while screaming that the angel's host has come. And demons will try to kill them faster because they know the angels have come.
So they don't like the angels. Got it.
Well, let's put it this way. You know this thing we've been dancing around the whole time, the Black Rage and the Red Thirst?
Yes.
Well, when you enter the Black Rage, you actually basically become sanguineous in strength.
Ah.
So there are tales of Death Company Marines picking up entire Chaos Space Marines, ripping them apart, like grabbing their legs and beating their friends to death with them.
Well, damn.
Basically, if I had to fucking say it, it would basically be them doing this.
Repent! Repent! Repent!
Left for the plug. Oh, repent.
Repent.
Motherfucker!
As they go nuts at something.
Elias, make him repent.
And it is never a good fucking sign when you start hearing the blood. Everybody gangsters, the Blood Angel calls you Horus.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
That's when you scream, oh no.
It's even worse if they start going, why Horus? Because they believe they are sanguineous. And they get his memories of how to fight. And it doesn't end well for the poor bastard on the receiving end of that.
You know, I think that.
But the chapter has stayed strong. Under Dante's leadership, they have actually come back from the edge of annihilation to full strength. To the point where many times when the chapter has entered battle, the Blood Angels will be given command. To the point where during the Great Red Council, where all the chapter masters came together to elect who was in charge, one of them openly called it a fucking joke. When you saved Armageddon, Dante, the commanders of the petty generals and commanders voted to see if you voted for your name you Lord Commander. There is no need for this farce amongst us, brothers. You are the greatest of us. Command us. AKA, many of them basically just believed, why are we voting on this, Dante? We all know you're better at this shit than us. We appreciate the humility, my man, but god damn it. But the chapter also possesses one of the few groups that, how should I say this? You know the Leviathan Siege Dreadnought?
Yes.
The Blood Angels still field one or two of them.
They just stole them.
No, they field them. They still use them, Alan, and they are melee patterned ones. All I can say is, imagine you're a Hellbrute going, I'm gonna kill us, and you see an even bigger Dreadnought screaming something about Horus. And yes, that does happen. Dreadnoughts do fall into the Black Rage.
Oh, fuck.
Remember that jetpack one I sent you guys?
Yeah.
The jetpack Contemptor?
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about what happens when one of those enters the Black Rage.
Oh.
Can you say fucked, ladies and gentlemen?
That sounds absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, on the receiving end, yes.
All you hear is from a goddamn dreadnought. Horse.
My favorite thing is fucking normies. And now to our favorite bit of the time, the making fun of the names of the relics of the Legion. Are you ready, kids?
Oh god, I quit.
The Angels win.
Alan's favorite part.
A jump pack. It was made for the captain of the 8th Company in the 32nd Millennium. It is a very powerful jump pack, and it actually lets you go even faster. It's basically the Sonic jump pack. Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
And it has a fucking ballistic auger on it, which lets it avoid anti-triple A. Lets it avoid triple A fire.
Oh, okay.
AKA having a fucking AA gun is no protection against the motherfucker wearing it. The Angelus pattern bolt gun, which is just a fancy bolter. Archangel's Edge, the blade of the First Company, wielded by either the chapter master or the most honored sergeant of the First Company. The Archangel's Shard. When Sanguinius battled Horus, he wielded a magnificent blade that was tragically shattered against his warplate. The shards of the blade were gathered up in new power swords forged to incorporate them. These weapons are anathema to demons.
Because why not?
Because it's Sanguinius' sword. And fuck you, demons. The Acolyte Halo. First Captain Carlane's Iron Halo. It is reputed to have been crafted during the Second Founding. The Banner of the Archangel's Host. How do I say this one? It's really hard to describe. It basically dampens the effects of the Black Rage while giving you its benefits.
Oh, so you still get all the fuck energy out of it.
Yeah, it basically just inspires Blood Angels to act nut jobs.
No consequences. Yay!
The Blade in Carmine. The relic power sword that was once wielded by Sanguinius. And it's been handed down since his death to every first from chapter to chapter of the greatest warrior amongst the blood. It is said to, and I quote, Belisarius, who received it from the hands of the Primarch himself, the blade's power are said to only be available to those who possess the genetic inheritance of Sanguinius. Blood chalices, because for drinking blood, we have to even make that ceremonial like a fucking nut job. Blood drop pendants, because more blood photography, fucking lovely. The Blood of Heroes, which is basically records record that a single Blood Angel, outnumbered and alone, stood against an entire cadre of Tau warriors, blessed by a single drop of blood from each of his fallen brothers, gathered in a vial and held close to his chest. The Battle Brother claimed his brothers spoke to him through their blood and strengthened his will to survive against the Xenos. After testing the truth of the Battle Brothers' claim, the chapter's chaplains declared the blood a relic of the Jericho Reach, and a reminder of duty that all Blood Angels owe to the Achilles Crusade. Jesus Christ, weird words. If a Battle Brother carries the blood of heroes in a vial, he will feel the essence of the fallen warriors it lets. The Blood Mages. I swear to God.
Blood mages?
Because they're starting to use blood to hear, hey, there's one on your 6. They're fucking using aimbot.
Fucking king.
Blood
Fucking
song.
blood hacks.
The blood song, a combi melta made originally for Captain Tycho by the chapter's Master Artificers. It was not the Master of the Forge. And it never failed its master. And it fired basically, how do I say this? A funny kind of ammo called blood sharded rounds. You want to know what those do, guys? Imagine armor-piercing flechette rounds.
From blood.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. The Chalice of Vision. Another blood-drinking chalice.
Oh, yay.
The Crown Angelic. It's... How do I say this device?
Does it contain blood?
No, it's worse. Value is near incalculable. However, the true worth of the device can be seen on the field of battle, where it also blazes with a terrible, malicious light that sears its way to the souls of the foe. Since it's flooded by the crown's furious radiance, even the bravest warriors will wilt in terror.
Wilt and terror, eh?
The Dead Man's Hand. What the fuck is it? Oh, it's a power gauntlet that can shatter tank hide like it's butter. Fantastic. What
Dead Man's Hand. I thought that was a Rogaldorn reference.
Yeah, I thought so too. And it has digi weapons built into it.
What?
It's a power fist that has digi weapons built into it.
The fuck is a digi weapon?
A digital basically imagine a ring that you wear on your digits, hence its name digi weapon.
Okay.
And it can have many things: a digi melta, a digi flamer, a digi needler.
So I just point and go, bah!
Basically. Now imagine it's basically the Thanos gauntlet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Death Mask of Sanguinius, we already talked about those. The Insanguinator. Basically, it's just a fucking... Never mind. We're not even going to talk about that. It's stupid. Fury of Ball, a plasma pistol that burns, said this burn as hot as the sun of Ball itself. AKA a mastercrafted plasma pistol. Fantastic. You guys suck at naming things. Galleon's Staff. The librarian Danteus Galleon's mind. Or his main staff. Glaives. Power glaives. Fantastic. Iron Halo. Gordon Icon. The Hammer of Ball. An extrinsic thunder hammer has been gifted to which is the mantle of the first company. AKA Big Hammer Go Boom. Heaven's Teeth, a mastercrafted chainsword, supposedly from Sanguinius' time. Then the most important relic, the Red Grail.
I wonder what this does.
Well, it was the cup that was used to catch the dying Sanguinius' blood. If you haven't caught on yet, Sanguinius is basically 40k Jesus.
I've kind of figured this out.
The Red Grail is basically just the holy fucking grail.
He's died for our sins, guys.
He kind of did, now that we think about it. But we're not going to talk about that. He died to protect all of mankind, and he's a very, very pissed off Hawkboy. The Shroud of Sanguinius, basically the Shroud of Turbin, used to cover his body after they recovered it tongue twist. The Shroud used to cover Sanguinius' body after they recovered his body from the vengeful spirit. The Spear of Telestro, Sanguinius' holy spear that was forged by the hand of the Emperor himself. Gifted to his angelic son within the fortress monastery of Baal. The Spear of Telestro is shown to be used by the Primarch against Slaughter Lord Morgana on the tapestries of Riga. The blade itself, an elongated spear cut with a hollow center, represented the single drop of blood Sanguinius shed when he swore fealty to the Emperor. Glittering with an inner light, it rested atop a sculpted shaft that showed the angel blood, clad in basically in vestments of a priest. His perfect face was lost in lost in the hood. His mighty wings spread against the air. It's the spear of fucking Longinus, if you haven't caught on, guys. And it can kill anything, legitimately. The spear is able to emit a powerful blast of energy, which can vaporize anyone or anything that does not possess the blood of Sanguinius in his veins. Originally thought lost during the Horus Heresy, and discovery of documents were found showing that they found it. Basically, this is what brought up the whole fucking Blood Angel Civil War with the jackass claiming he was Sanguinius reincarnated.
Yeah, remember you saying that guy who said he was Sanguinius had that specific spear on him?
They found the spear. He was a sanguinary guard. And he believed himself Sanguinius because a changer of ways made him mutate and grow wings. He was slain by his own blood brother. The Valor's Edge, another very, very powerful power sword, supposedly was given to Sanguinius by the Emperor himself. Another weapon that just says, fuck you to demons. Cuts blinding sways to the foe, searing aftermatches dance in its wake. Its razor edge things a carrion note as it cleaves through the air. Neither blade, armor, or shield can deflect its blows. And you tell the Emperor had a favorite.
Besides Horus?
Yeah, you can tell who was second favorite. And now my favorite weapon, and probably an item that Alan should probably know about. The Veritas Vitae.
Honestly, I don't.
The sacred machine of that speaks the words of Sanguinius. The ancient device known as is coaxed into life, the words of Sanguinius read aloud so that it may commit them to its machine spirit memory. Basically, it repeats the voice of Sanguinius and acts as a null field. I remember those stupid statues I was talking about every time I make fun of the fucking Dark Angels?
Yes.
Imagine this is the Blood Angel version, but it's more like a prayer box. Instead of just creating shadows and shit, this thing basically says, hey demons, suck my nuts! And now, Alan's most hated object, the fleet number, the chapter fleet. The Red Tier, Gloriana class battleship. Covenant of Blood, battleship. Ignis, battleship. Balius, battle barge. Blade of Vengeance, battle barge. Blood Crusader, unknown class. Blood Caller, battle barge. Pelennial, battle barge. Victus, battle barge. Chalice, heavy cruiser. Blood's Son, a cruiser. Incarmined, cruiser. Helios,
I'm just gonna take my headset off.
Hermia, cruiser. Nine Crusaders, cruiser. Numinator, cruiser. Pale Knight, cruiser. Requiem Axida, cruiser. The Sable, cruiser. Scarlet Liberty, cruiser. Angelic Blade, strike cruiser. Crimson Egg Centaurior, strike cruiser. Flame of Ball, strike cruiser. And the Sanguine Tier, strike cruiser.
What about the Sword of Ball?
Battle barge.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that right. That was in that one. That was in the show.
Angels, yeah, the Angels of Death.
Yeah.
No, that's Strike Cruiser. I'm sorry. There's another one known as the Blade of Ball, which is being forged during the events of the latest book, which is a battle barge.
Yeah, let's say it wasn't. I don't think it was that big. So.
You want to name a ship? All right, either put Ball, Angel, Blood,
or something religious.
Or something religious. There you go. There you go. I have a ship. We cracked the code for the fucking Blood Angels. Can we never talk about this again?
If you think this one is bad, just wait till we get to the Iron Hands.
Iron everything. Everything is iron.
Or hand job. One of the three.
Or hand job.
I already can't wait for the 14th Legion because I'm taking over for Stinky Boy, my favorite chapter.
You're more than welcome to. And other notes.
And Bob will be there to say, they'll be there to correct you the whole life of the way.
Whenever you do something stupid.
Go
no.
ahead and mute yourself again, Kelsey.
I'm
Keep
dying. Oh, God.
I see the Life Eater virus is finally taking effect.
Going. He doesn't have skin or life.
Woo!
Do you think the Life Eater virus gives a fuck?
Just had to drink some tea. Woo.
Yeah, that was part 2 of the Blood Angels. I know this was kind of shit compared to the first one. But when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, for the love of fuck, go onto Black Library, grab Dante, then grab Devastation of Blood, then Dark Shadows of the Blood, and just fucking read them. They're great novels. Dan Abbott does an amazing fucking job. This is one of the few chapters where I can say I can be lazy on my end, simply because I will never live up to them. Also, Echoes of Eternity. Decent book. Not good as the second to last book for the Siege of Terra.
Oh, you finished reading it?
Oh, I fucking finished listening to it.
See, I'm still reading the Caiaphas Cain novels. Like, I'm being honest, I've finished probably a book every 2-3 days, mainly because I'm so fucking busy at work. I just turn it on, put it in my little pocket protector, and just listen to it as I work on cars.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Alan. Every time those things come out, I power listen to them. I literally finished The Traitor's Hand in the entire time. I bought it, started it, and I did not go to bed till I finished it.
Yeah, I can't do that because I have to turn it off to talk to customers.
Oh. I think I have the first 3 books, actual books, of the Siege of Terror series.
If Alan ever puts down the fucking thing, I will let him. He can always give you the iPod, and you can always just listen to the audiobooks.
I also have the first Horus Heresy book too.
Horus Rising.
Yeah, the actual book.
It actually made me sad
because you saw what could have been.
I saw what could have been. Horus is such a great guy. I understand why everyone was sad. Now, also, Sanguinius, he looks a little like a pompous pretty boy.
Well, no. Sanguinius is one of the few Primarchs we can confirm legitimately dyes his hair. That's why you get different artwork. Sometimes he has black hair, other times he has bright golden locks.
I've always seen him with the golden locks.
Well, in the Horus Rising, it describes Sanguinius as his hair dyed black.
Oh, it was because he dyed it black in the morning and he was wearing a black veil.
Oh.
Because Sanguinius is also one of the few Primarchs who gives a fuck about his sons.
It was kind of a gruesome death for those fuckers, too.
What the fuck were they called again, Alan?
The Megarachnids.
Giant spiders.
Giant spiders.
With blades for arms. 4 blades for arms.
Blades for arms.
We'll talk about them when we get to the 16th Legion.
Sounds like a Necron thing.
The best way to think of I believe they're actually Tyranids. Am I right about that?
No.
They sound like Tyranids, though.
They do. I think that was the whole joke.
As soon as you say spiders with blades for arms, I instantly think Necrons. Like the canoptic spiders and shit like that.
Imagine giant lice. Here's a picture, Kyle. In
like this boy.
No, more like that and what I just put in shameless plug.
Yeah, that what you just put on the Discord makes me think of
Tyranids.
Tyranid for sure.
Well, here's another old picture. That shows him for more of a frontal approach.
Oh man. Woo.
Yeah, you're not helping us in the process of they're not Tyranids.
Tyranids aren't around yet. They're in the other galaxy.
Well, dude, there has been reports of proto-Tyranid pods being sent in. Hell, they even found one.
Oh god.
Well, the Tyranids had been attracted till the Pharaoh's beacon was destroyed.
Well, didn't they find a frozen Tyranid in Valhalla?
You're thinking of a different planet, and no, that one was found right around. It was frozen from about 6,000 years old. So it would have been the 36th millennium, 34th.
Well, yeah, that was a frozen Tyranid, and the Tyranids weren't around then.
Well, no. Well, that was after the Pharaoh's beacon was destroyed. Here's an even older depiction of the Megarachnid, which I know still does not help the case, but here's the one. I think you know where we've seen this one from.
Let me guess what. Oh. Yeah, it's a fucking Tyranid. It's a fucking Tyranid. That's all it is.
It's Tyranid that without the name, because apparently trademarks.
Those of you listening that want to see said pictures, if you join our Discord through the About Us section, you can see what we're talking about. Shameless plug. Normally, I would just let you know the Discord, but Nightbot has failed me, as always. So I can't just send you the link through the chat. I apologize.
Oh.
Damn you,
Oh.
Nightbot.
So you think we should start calling it, Kyle?
Nightbot fails me, as always.
So you can fix Nightbot for next stream? Or whenever we set this.
It don't fucking matter. Nightbot's a bitch.
Here's another picture. Enjoy, guys.
Yeah,
I hope we don't have any arachnophobes.
Okay, that definitely looks like a giant spider. All the other ones definitely look like nids.
And I'll leave you off with a quote.
Ooh, almost got his little headgear done. Whoa.
The quote being, "The flesh is weak."
What the fuck?
You want a second one?
Oh, I know this one. I know these guys. I know.
Only when by the power of our hatred we have truly shed the prison of our own flesh shall we be judged worthy to stand at the side of the returned Primarch. Every foe I slay, every stone I cast down makes my hatred purer. And the day Ferrous Madness is restored to us a day closer.
Okay, that's Iron Hands.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
The best way,
I know
Kyle,
the Ferris Manus Primarch. I know that one.
Kyle, the best way to explain Iron Hands is Tech Priest Space Marines.
Yeah, I've seen some
Yeah.
pictures. It makes me think of that. So that explains the flesh is weak.
And they are also dickheads.
They're dickheads.
They are legitimate dickheads. Like, these guys are literally amongst one of the few chapters I give zero shits that they should be. Jesus Christ, and the amount of scrolling. Here, you guys want to?
The amount of scrolling.
Here, I'll show you guys something. I know you won't be able to see, but Alan, here, look at the wiki that I'm going to have to create a script from. Do you see this shit?
This is your
Do you see this shit,
Iron
Alan?
Hands.
Hang on.
Let me know when you're there. I'm at the bottom of the list. Just count the fucking seconds it takes for it to auto go all the way up. Are you ready?
Yes.
You ready? We're at the bottom.
Oh, God.
You see this shit? You saw that shit?
That was 10 seconds it took to auto scroll all the way up. Oh, boy.
Yeah, Bob has a very big goddamn script to write for that bitch.
And you always made fun of me for saying, "Oh, how come it take you so long to write a script?"
I don't know what that guy's doing.
All I can say is I hope the relics make you chuckle in shame.
No, they never make you chuckle with shame. They make me want to throw my headset.
Let's read some now.
No!
Artificer Biotics, the Axe of Medusa, Betrayer's Bane, Digital Housings, the Gorgon's Chain, the Heart of Iron, the Iron Stone, the Mindforged Staff, Recoil Baffling, we all know what that probably does, the Tempered Helm.
We're just getting your favorite part of the stream done early, Alan.
Here. Now for the ships. I think Alan left.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out somebody to raid. Try to do our part in the Warhammer community.
I want to do that so bad.
The Crown of Flame. Battle Barge. The Gorgonesque. Battle Barge. Master of Iron. Battle Barge. Metallicus. Battle Barge. Obstinate. Battle Barge. Thetius. Battle Barge. Winter's Oath.
Oh! I think this is one of our followers, and he's working on a night.
Oh, hell yeah, let's raid that bastard.
Oh, we're going to him.
Raid. We're all gonna raid.
We're gonna raid and pillage.
So he's
Also, the
working.
entire,
He's working on a night, man. That's the next thing I want to do.
by the way, Bob, the entire time you were saying those things, I was deafened.
I figured you were.
Of course you were. Oh, well, thank you everybody for watching. It's been a while. We're back. Hopefully we'll be back to our regular programming. Yeah.
In fealty of the
Are they
God
like
Emperor,
now?
our undying Lord, and by the grace of the Golden Throne, I declare Exterminatus.
Exterminatus
The
destroyed.
Emperor commands. The Emperor
What was-
commands. We obey.
By
Oh,
the way,
maybe this.
Kyle,
Maybe
You
this.
have Neckboy Ballad up there still at the ending.
Oh, I do got him on the ending. I thought I took him off earlier. Goodbye. Well, maybe this weekend we'll do a maybe I'll do a art stream or maybe a game stream. We'll see how things go.
We need to play Phasmophobia again.
We do need to play more ghost hunting.
Hunt warp demons.
Yes, that is something we need to do.
Oh.
But until then, I hope everybody has a good day or good night or vice versa. And yeah, we're back to normal streaming again, so we'll be back every Monday like before. Check us out. Check the YouTube to check out our old stuff.
Blood for the Blood God! Blood for the Blood God! Blood for the Blood God!
Thank you for joining us, and I hope everybody has a good night.
Scream this as you kill.
Blood for the Blood God! Blood for the Blood God!